village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. Government notes the need to ensure scaled-up evidence-based interventions in fighting HIV. The basic needs and nutrition basket for Lusaka reduces. At least 3 deaths linked to massive Spain power cut. This bulletin is also book and 5FM Radio Zambia and YouTube 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie. Acting Health Minister Douglas Siagalima has noted the need to ensure scaled-up evidence-based interventions in fighting HIV, including condom distribution, harm reduction, and pre-exposure prophylaxis. The HIV prevalence rate in Zambia is 11.5%, translating into 1,341.98 people living with HIV, of which 303,472 are receiving treatment. Currently, the targets of 95, 95, 95 have been reached, with 98% of individuals knowing their status. Of these, 99% are on treatment, and from those on treatment, 98% have viral load suppression. Speaking when he officiated at the National Consultation Meeting for the Global AIDS Strategy 2026-2031, Mr. Siagalima further says there is need to expand access to antiretroviral therapy, ensure viral load suppression, and address non-adherence to treatment. He says government acknowledges the significant strides made in increasing awareness, expanding access to antiretroviral therapy, raising the number of people who are virally suppressed, and reducing new infections. The Non-Governmental Gender Organizations Coordinating Council NGOCC has noted that the increase in gender-based violence GBV statistics for the first quarter of 2025 demonstrates the magnitude of the problem the nation still faces. The statistics have shown that 11,177 cases were recorded, representing a 15.2% increase from the 9,700 cases in the first quarter of 2024. NGOCC Executive Director Anne Anamela says the increase in the cases of GBV, while the reporting may show that communities are aware that GBV is a crime, the incidences and increase in occurrences are always worrisome. She says the demographics of these cases are also showing that in as much as GBV affects everyone in the society, the woman and the girl child continues to make most of the victims. Ms. Anamela says thus out of the 11,117 cases, 7,185 of these were women, representing 64.3%, while 2,122 were girl children, representing 19%. She has since challenged the government to attach urgency to the review of the Anti-GBV Act No. 1 of 2011, especially that a report under the Zambia Law Development Commission ZLDC already exists with progressive proposals.
Coordinating Council NGOCC has noted the latest gender-based violence GBV statistics for the first quarter of 2025 as published by the Zambia Police Victim Support Unit, the VSU. The statistics have shown that 11,177 cases were recorded, representing a 15.2% increase from the 9,700 cases in the first quarter of 2024. Yet again, this is very worrying. The increase in the cases of GBV demonstrates the magnitude of the problems that we are still faced with as a nation. These ever high levels of GBV every quarter are a revelation that while reporting is becoming prominent, the cases of GBV remain worrisome.
The Jesuit Center for Theological Reflection, JCTR Basic Needs and Nutrition Basket BNB for April 2025 stands at 11,417 kwacha 99 ngwe for a family of 5 in Lusaka, representing a reduction of 128 kwacha 79 ngwe compared to March this year. JCTR Social and Economic Development Program Manager Edward Musosa notes that although there has been a reduction noted, this still represents a 584 kwacha 52 ngwe rise over a 4-month period when compared to the BNB in December 2024. Mr. Musosa says several price fluctuations are responsible for this change in the total BNB, which includes basic food and essential non-food items. He added that first, under the basic food basket, the total cost of food items decreased to 5,058 kwacha 98 ngwe from 5,095 kwacha 59 ngwe, representing a reduction of 36 kwacha 61 ngwe. He says notable price changes were observed in commodities such as cabbage, rape, and chihuahua, which cumulatively rather increased to 717 kwacha 22 ngwe from 643 kwacha 53 ngwe, indicating an increase of 73 kwacha 69 ngwe for a 40-kilogram bag.
The reduction from 57 kwacha and 33 ngwe to 47 kwacha and 48 ngwe per kg, indicating a reduction of 9 kwacha and 85 ngwe. Similarly, the total cost of essential non-food items dropped by 92 kwacha and 26 ngwe to 6,359 kwacha and 1 ngwe from 6,451 kwacha and 27 ngwe. The reduction was mostly due to a reduction of 62 kwacha and 50 ngwe in the average unit price of charcoal, which has now reached 500 kwacha.
The Zambia Revenue Authority, ZRA, in its desire to crack down on tax evasion in the country, instituted criminal proceedings against Kupros Mining Limited of Kitwe on charges of providing false statements and returns contrary to the Value Added Tax Act. The facts of the case are that on dates unknown, but between 1st August 2020 and 31st September 2023 in Kitwe, jointly and whilst acting together with others unknown in purported compliance with the law, did provide information to ZRA claiming to show that Kupros Mining Limited was supplied with taxable supplies, namely ores and materials on various tax invoice numbers by Wise Focus Mining Limited and Zamgem International Limited for the period August 2020 to September 2023, which was false in material particular. ZRA states that the fraudulent action by the convict results in loss of government revenue in value-added tax amounting to over 3.3 million kwacha. It added that when the case came up for plea on 29 April 2025, the accused person informed the court that they wanted to invoke the provisions of the Plea Negotiations Act number 20 of 2010. The state did not object to the application provided the accused persons paid in full the evaded value-added tax amount of over 3.3 million kwacha and refunded the cost incurred by the state in prosecuting the case in the sum of 100,000 kwacha. ZRA states the accused person paid the said amounts to Zambia Revenue Authority upon the convict's own admission of guilt, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Court convicted and sentenced the convict to pay a fine of 25,000 kwacha. In default, the director to serve 2 months simple imprisonment. It has since warned that all taxpayers found wanting will be prosecuted in accordance with the law. 1,552 dedicated school health volunteers across 3 provinces graduated under the School Health Program (SHP). The collaborative initiative by the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Health with financial assistance from Healthy Learners has led to the hosting of graduation ceremonies on Wednesday held simultaneously in Choma, Mongu, and Chinsali districts. In Mongu, the ministry is represented by Assistant Director School Health and Nutrition, Mr. Maybin Lulu, who will speak on behalf of Permanent Secretary Educational Services, Dr. Kelvin Mambwe. In Western Province alone, 338 health workers, 119 administrators, and 48 school health coordinators have graduated. The initiative is aimed to foster provision of first-line health care in school because government places great importance on the welfare of pupils, thereby enhancing quality and efficient service delivery in the education sector. Besides the training of volunteers, Healthy Learners has built over 500 health rooms in schools for pupils to access healthcare to prevent absenteeism. At the ceremony at Mongu Catholic College of Education, being officiated by Western Province Minister Honorable Kapelo Ambangwenta, flanked by the head of the Presidential Delivery Unit PDU, Ms. Kusobile Kamwambi, alongside some senior government officials and civic leaders. And in other news trending this evening, the International Labour Organization ILO has reaffirmed its continued support to strengthening Zambia's social protection sector. The Zambia Civil Liberties Union ZCLU has expressed grave concern over the recent death of Anna Kandonga in police custody, one of the 3 female suspects accused of attempting to bribe a police officer in connection with a defilement case involving her husband. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Energy Regulation Board (DRB) has announced a downward adjustment in the pump prices of petroleum products for the month of May 2025. Petrol will be selling at 32 kwacha 14 ngwe from 34 kwacha 98 ngwe, while diesel will sell at 27 kwacha 38 ngwe from 30 kwacha 23 ngwe. Kerosene will sell at 26 kwacha 88 ngwe from 29 kwacha 56 ngwe, and Jet A1 will sell at 29 kwacha 44 ngwe from 32 kwacha 51 ngwe. ARB Board Chairperson James Banda says the changes take effect at midnight on April 30, 2025. Mr. Banda says the reduction comes in response to a decline in international oil prices and the marginal appreciation of the Zambian kwacha against the US dollar. Since the last fuel price review on 31st March 2025, the international price of petrol reduced by 3.81% from 76.38 dollar per barrel to $73.47 per barrel. Diesel reduced by 4.37% from $83.44 per barrel to $79.79 per barrel, while the price of kerosene and Jet A1 reduced by 4.28% from $82.53 per barrel to $79 per barrel. In the meantime, Ministry of Energy Permanent Secretary Technical Peter Mumba has noted that the reduction is a testament that the open access is bearing fruits.
I'm very, very excited about the news that fuel price has come down, and this actually shows that the open access is working. If you remember, open access was put into place on 1st of April, and we shall continue to see further reduction in the price of fuel. The government is doing everything possible to ease the burden of fuel on its citizens.
Ends the business news, and in foreign news, at least 3 people have died in Spain in an incident linked to a massive power cut that shut the country down on Monday. The civil guard has told the BBC. They died in the northwest municipality of Tabodela and were from the same family, according to Spanish media. Police are reportedly investigating whether carbon monoxide from a faulty electricity generator played a role in their deaths, but the civil guard could not provide more details. And in sports news, Bayern Munich and German legend Bastian Schweinsteiger have been gifted Fuji Polo Polo Copa gear on his visit to Football House. First General Secretary Ruben Kamanga handed over the kit embossed with the legendary one-time Champions League and 7 Bundesliga titles winner star's name on his visit to Zambia as part of the UEFA Champions League trophy tour to Africa. Schweinsteiger as he was popularly known in his playing days, vowed Zambian football enthusiasts with his public appearances alongside the coveted UEFA Champions League trophy in Livingstone and Lusaka. And now, the weather. The evening is partly cloudy, windy at times, and warm to mild. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. Acting Health Minister Douglas Siagalima has noted the need in ensuring scaled-up evidence-based interventions in fighting HIV, including condom distribution, harm reduction, and pre-exposure prophylaxis. The Jesuit Center for Theological Reflection JCTR Basic Needs and Nutrition Basket BANB for April 2025 stands at 11,417 kwacha 99 ngwe for a family of 5 in Lusaka, representing a reduction of 128 kwacha 79 ngwe compared to March this year. And finally, at least 3 people have died in Spain in an incident linked to a massive power cut that shut the country down on Monday, the civil guard has told the BBC. For more news, follow us on Facebook and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy World of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Enjoy the rest of the evening.